Empower your team by breaking language barriers. I'm Linda McReynolds, your guide to transformation. I've helped over 1,500 individuals who came to the United States with language barriers, and we are turning obstacles into opportunities. I specialize in helping companies, in helping individuals to grow, to improve their English and improve their life. So, this is a condensed version of my webinar, and you are going to find there why it's important to help to work on their English skills and 3 simple steps that you can use in your daily days to help them to improve their English. The art of understanding, building strong teams with simple English. The 3 simple steps to boost your team's productivity in 4 months, even if English is not their first language. 2 important words here. One is productivity, and another is when I speak about months. So, productivity, because as you know, everything that is related with people, it's going to help us to improve. If you have in your team people that they know how to communicate, they laugh, they enjoy the time that they are with you, that is going to increase the productivity in your company. What about when we speak about resources? So right now we are in the area of AI. AI can make everything for you. So every time that we speak about technology, we need to involve people. And also, I put in 4 months. Why I speak in 4 months? Because when you compress time, when you speak about the time frame, deadline, that means like people think in their mind that they are going to achieve something. And if you achieve something, so you have rewards. And that rewards are going to impact the world and impact your world. We speak about productivity in certain periods. You may have wondering, so if you are in human resources, probably you feel like you hire people that they are the right people. But even though you have deadline problems, you sometimes figure that you don't have teamwork, like you have some issues between them. And also, of course, you have poor commitment with the task. People, they don't like to go to job. They feel it's something that it's boring. It's something that they have to do, but they don't enjoy. If you make your people to enjoy their job, so everybody is going to bloom. You can have many questions about improving communication. One of these could be, how can I create a long-term employees? And why? Yes, because better to have it's better to have long-term employees. So if I learn something, if I made a mistake today, I learn from that. I found some resources for that. So that means like that's going to help me to improve. So you want that people that they already have the experience, that they already achieve some they work in some challenges, that the people that you want, but you don't want to change every time uh, your people. The second question that probably you can have, can I make my employees love their job and progress in their position? Yes, absolutely. You want your people to move from one position to another one. Why? Because remember, if you are not growing, you are dying. If your employees are not growing, that means like they are dying and you are dying. So this needs to be a cohesive team. And what about if you have one person in one position and they start training the other people, the people that they are coming? That's the thing that you want. The third question is, how can the company make more money, reduce costs, and having more client retention? You have better communication between the client. If someone understands what the client wants. So one of the key here is many of the companies that we have right now, they hire people from different cultures, but also because they know that they have advantages when these people speak with clients with different in different countries, because they can understand each other. So in that case, in that scenario, It's very important that everybody speak the same language. And the first question is, what are the steps to help them improve their English? The 3 steps that I have here that I work, it's step one, it's compression. The step two, it's accountability. And the step three is the price. And I'm going to show you about this in this presentation, because I really think like you can increase your sales, your clients, and the environment at least 20% if everybody speak the same language. What are the impact of communication barriers? And this is some problems or something that probably you are handling right now. Waste of time and waste of resources. The company or the project or the area can get stuck. Why? Because you need to repeat many things. Sometimes you have problem with legal and financial repercussion. Yes, contracts, deadlines, compliance. We need to focus in the details. Reduce productivity, errors, repeated work, incorrectly tasked. That's it's going to create frustration. So we need to make every process smooth because we are speaking with people. Decrease morale. Yes, when I speak about that, unfortunately, people that you hire that they don't speak English and they are surrounded by people that speak English, they feel isolated. They feel undervalued. They feel they have a low engagement. Why? Because they don't understand. So imagine that you go to one meeting and people are talking and you don't understand what happened to you. You are going to get distracted. Your mind instantly is going to go to your stress problems, to different places, and you are not going to be present. This is the problem with them. They feel like they are there because the company needs something from there, but they are in reality they are not there. They are just trying to use their hands, and you need people start using their heads, their brains, instead of using only their hands. And the last one, it's damage relationships. Sometimes you have a team, but people that they don't understand or they don't speak English, they don't feel that they are in the same level that others. They feel like they are down, and that can hurt the relationship between colleagues, between coworkers, between clients. Sometimes they feel just mad because they don't have time to deal with someone that don't speak English. And of course, problem with management, because sometimes you are going to deal with a misunderstanding because probably you said something and they understood something different. Right now, we need to see what is the piece that we are missing. When we have international professionals, we have different cultures. We need to make them to create a good commitment with you, with your company. So if you help them, they are going to just give, because human beings, we are made to give. We know that the best way that we can do in the world is when we give advices, when we give, we help other people. That empowers everybody. So when people are committed, when people are engaged, so people start solving problems. Mm, you don't need to tell them what to do, because they are going to find, they are going to be more resourceful. That means like this is going to increase creativity. That's going to enhance company reputation. You know that when people start speaking, so everybody listens. This promotes a learning culture. Why? Because if you have people from different parts of the world and they can communicate between each other, that means like it's not only that people want to learn about the American way or the English way. So that means like other people, they want to go to other places, they want to learn more about the other places, so that it, you are promoting a learning culture. But who am I and why I'm here? Because that, I think that's important, that you know why she's talking about this. My story could be your story, could be their story. And why? Because when I came here as an adult. I was 44 years and I came with my youngest son. I didn't have English. I didn't speak English at all. I was very scared, very to go outside and speak. Um, but when I came with the American dream. I thought like here everything was possible because that's the thing that you hear when you are in the other countries. You said, "Oh, go to America. That's awesome because you can work, you can make money, you can travel, you can make many things." But probably the thing that I forgot was like, hey, the first ingredient is to speak English. If I don't speak English, I won't have a voice. I won't can listen with my ears. And you know that this is important. I don't know if that happened to you, that you go to a movie theater and you start watching the movie and probably they are translating, uh, and you see, but the translation doesn't is not accurate. It's not. So you said, why? When you speak, you have a filter. Every person that speak or listen something, they take according with their filters. So when I came, that was very difficult, but I knew that I wanted to learn English because I wanted to progress. I wanted to job. I wanted to do many things here. And remember, I came. I have three kids, and I left two of my kids there. And if you are a mother, you know that that's difficult because that's uh, the thing that you most love in your life are your kids. But I came because I wanted to change my life and also because I wanted to change their life. Um, I struggle. I have many difficulties. I My confidence was low, so I when I speak about I something that I share in my book is like I was scared also to go through the elevator. So my parents lived at that point in a building, and I prefer always to take the step because I didn't want to meet anybody at the elevator because probably I will need to speak in English and I didn't understand. I was struggling about my accent because I thought like if I like I wanted people to understand me perfectly until I figured out that the accent is part of my personality. If I have the regular accent, probably if I'm in a meeting, nobody's going to pay attention to me, probably. But when I speak, first because I speak louder, and second because I have my accent, some people they just turn on because of my accent. But I deal with that, and I figured that what that was one of my frustrations in the beginning. Mhm. Another thing was understanding. For me, it was very difficult to understand people. I remember that in the beginning, I was listening, and every day I was, oh no, I'm listening. I'm understanding more. I'm understanding more. Probably 60%, 70%, 80%. But that was in my mind because at the end, I was frustrated because I couldn't understand. The other thing was, yeah, I wanted to get a job. And not only to get a job, to keep the job, because when I came, I started doing different stuff, and then I went to work in another place. I start just listening, and working on myself and recording and memorizing and going at home and just start writing down. And I just try to be the best person that I could, the best. And you can think like English, if you speak another language, that doesn't mean like you are going to be a better person. But I'm telling you, if you speak the other language, the language that other people speak, you can be a better person for them because you can give the thing that you have. You have a plus when you have people surrounded, that they speak another language, they grew up in another culture. That's a plus. That's a plus for you, and that's a plus for them because you can enrich the environment. That at the end, that was all that. That was a formula at the end. That was a desire, big desire that I wanted to learn English. That was a big wall that I needed. And I had the epiphany to go to real people, to start speaking with real people. I make a plan. I start giving and working on my achievement. And finally, I create a transformation. and transformation for me and transformation for the people that I was working with. So I decided that I needed to learn to just go to the library and start looking for books and buying books and learning about neuroscience, um, learning about mindset. And also, I wrote my book. My book is Simple English. It's a matter of method, not the time. Right now, it's in the Spanish version, but I'm working on the English version, because I think this is a compile of my experience, my knowledge, my desire. I worked 6 years in a nonprofit organization. I have students that they learn English and students that they accomplish their GED. And I figure that everybody has the same challenges, that they believe that they don't have time, that they believe that they are old, too old, that they believe that it's very difficult for them, that they believe that they need to work and they don't have time, extra time to learn English. And with that in mind, I start creating a course. I create a course for citizenship, if Spanish speakers. And this was an open door. This was an open door not only for me, was for all my students. Because as I said before, so I found three big misconceptions that probably you can find or you find in your team. So first, English language skills are not required for a manual labor. And some people, when they are going to hire someone, depends of the role that they need, they believe that no, they don't need to learn English. But I'm going to tell you something. So first, the backbone of operational tasks are these people, yes? So when someone start creating a product, a service or a product, they start from doing the thing that the people that they are doing the manual thing or the physical thing, they need to enjoy what they are doing, because some of them they are full time, so they are 40 hours with you during the week. The productive way is when they are working with you in your company. So that means like it's important that they understand the process, the resources that they can use, the technique, and the vision of your company. Another big misconception: adults have a harder time learning a new language. If you're an adult, you cannot learn as a kid. You cannot use the same tools that you are using for a kid. And what happened? Like in schools, in regular school, with the same curriculum. Curriculums are uninspiring for adults, are unengaging, are they have irrelevant content. It's too many things that are generally, but they don't need to. And here I'm going to tell you that I doing my research, I found like in 1932. So after the depression and in that point after the with the war, it was one theory that said like if they learned 850 words, they could communicate. So and look the difference. So when you go to school, the curriculum it's so long with 850 words. They want to communicate and they wanted to survive. And at the end, your adults, the adults that they are working with you, they want to survive. So you have a team. They don't need probably the 850 words. You need to find what are the 850 words that you use in your team, in your area, that they need to learn. That's the way that they can communicate. And the third one, it takes years to become proficient enough in a language to use it in a professional setting. We are speaking about deadlines. We spoke about time frames. Every time that you have time frame for to do something, with your kids, with your family, when you want to get married, so you said, okay, that will be that date, and this is a scary time because you know your life is going to change at that point. If you are here, it's because you want your people to improve their English. That misunderstanding that I was talking about, that create followers, not leaders. Every role that you have in your company, every job that you put one person, they need to be the leader of that role. If they achieve more, they can probably use less time doing the thing that they are doing. Probably they are creating something different. They are increasing, and everything, it's going to help you to increase productivity, increase client retention, increase engagement. It can lead to misunderstanding or dissatisfaction. So when you don't understand one person, that's a big problem. And that, of course, can impact customer relations and business reputations. But I have a good news. I'm here because of that. So I have been working in the simple English formula that I told you about, the three simple steps, and we are going to speak about these steps. The first step is compression. I call compression phenomenon. It's like when you have certain period of time, not too long, not too short, because when we speak about unrealistic goals, that's going to create frustration. So, but you need to be realistic about, okay, how can I help them? Hey, they want to do this. I'm going to give them certain period of time. In my experience, the best time is 4 months for learn a new language. In 4 months, you can do great things with them. They need to focus. They need to spend time. They need to start speaking, thinking about English, not as a hobby, not as an extra. It's something that I need to do. No, you need to try to put English inside of the company, inside of the role, inside of their life every day, that they don't feel it's a hobby. Because remember, hobby, if you don't have time, you don't do that. You don't play basketball, you don't go swim, you don't do yoga, whatever, because it's an extra. And people are so busy, or they believe that they are so busy, that their life is overwhelming. And of course, it's overwhelming because they just moved, or I don't know how long they have been moved to this country, and they still have some challenges. Program, for example, it's 4 month programs. We use small groups and use the same you. So small groups and personalized process. So if you have people in one area, try to focus in that area. You don't need to mix. Yes, it's the same organization, but depends of how many people do you have. Organize them by a small group. I do weekly coaching. Just remember, every time that you have accountability, you achieve more. First, because you believe like you need to speak to someone, you need to report to someone, and that is going to help them to grow. Every time that you use doing something, you need to use at least 1% of that time reviewing. So then you can adjust whatever you are doing. If it's a task for you, but also if it's something that you are helping them, you need to evaluate, because you are the leader. So you need to find, hey, how can I help? How can I guide them? And also try to make it easier for them. I have a membership platform. Like I have many videos, many things that they can just go, um, and that's something that you can work with. When I work with my clients, I find stuff that they need to put it in the platform that everybody needs to know. Make it fun, make it easier. And if they have, what do you do when you have your free time? You try to find something fun. So do exactly the same, but also with something interesting. Step number 2, accountability and support. Focus in goal-oriented approach with specific, measurable goals to ensure focused progress. Decrease the time. I need to increase the productivity. How can we do this? So how can I engage them to work in the best way that I want? And the step number 3, price obsession. Everything that I work with every client, it's about reverse engineering. So I need to deconstruct the real world. So what's the goal? In 1 year, they cannot be in the same place. If they are in the same place in 1 year, think about the employees that you already have. They are the same point that 1 year ago. Check, think about their lives, think about their jobs, think about their language skills, think about their education. So that can help you a little bit to organize your ideas when you are going to help them. Why? Because you want long term benefits. Yes, every time that someone said, okay, I want to go to that company because they have long term benefits. And what about you? What are your benefits? When the company give some benefits, that means like they know that they are going to have employees that they can be there for more time. People sometimes getting bored, start working with a bad attitude. You want people with long-term benefits for you, not just for them, for both sides. In life, everything is win-win. If you are doing a deal and you feel like you are winning and the other person is losing, that's a bad deal. If it's in the other side, like you are losing and the other person is winning, that's a bad deal. Always just try to go to win-win. Enhance employee engagement. Of course, you need people happy. You are going to celebrate milestones. You are going to work in a great environment for you and for them. That's something that will be fun for you. When people are happy, they are going to find better ways to do better things. And of course, you will have a better customer satisfaction. And now I'm going to tell you about my simple English coaching program. This is the way that I give back to everything that I learned when I came here. So I have been here for 9 years and my growth was impressive. Everything that I did, I try to do it with my students. So it's the program is 4 months. I do weekly sessions, daily support. Yes, because we want a program that they feel like it's not an extra, it's not a hobby, it's something daily. We have a progress tracking and we have an action plan. And of course, if you are here, I'm sure that you are looking for growth, and because there is always room for growth and improvement. And this becomes especially poignant when we consider the role of communication within our teams. For non native English speakers, the journey towards fluency is not just about mastering a language, it's about unlocking a new dimension of self expression and understanding. It's about enabling them to fully embody their roles and contribute their unique perspectives, leading to enhanced outcomes for your organization. That's all that we want. And now we are going to explore how can we collaborate to to start the transformative journey. This is the offer that I have to you today. So the first is the coaching program. As you heard, so it's 4 months, weekly sessions, action plan, daily support, and progress tracking. And also, I have a motivational speech. So when I do this, I tailored the speech to inspire, to motivate. I just share with them uplifting stories that they can relate with their own experiences. We navigate on the new environment, on the environment of the company, so they can feel they are part of that, that they feel alive every time that they go to work. And of course, I'm going to give them tools from the Simple English framework. So if you have candidates, just book a call. So the link is here, and you just need to book a call, and we can speak and discuss about these topics. What is the investment? The investment for the coaching program, it's between 2,500 and $5,997. So that depends of how many people do you have. And for the motivational speech, also we have different prices because depends of the amount of people that you want to impact. If you would like to do it online, if you would like to do it in person. So the price is between 400 and 1,500. That's the investment. So if you have candidates, again, book a call because together we can create environments where diversity is celebrated and effective communication is the norm, paving the way for a more inclusive and successfully global business community. That's the goal. The transformation begins with you and start now. If you are ready to take the next step, so just book a call. We can have a conversation. We can go deep in how can I help you to improve the communication skills of your employees. Just let's make it happen.